What's good, man? It's your boy Young Black. Today I'm gonna talk about blazblue in a comparison to Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 4 rather. Excuse me. Um, I got both games. My wife bought them for me. I didn't get them, but my wife picked them both up for me because you know I'm a die-hard arcade fighter fan. You know. Now I've been playing Street Fighter for like 19 years. They're going on their 20th anniversary. I've been playing almost since the original Fighting Street. It was in the arcade. If anybody watched the movie Juice with Tupac, they actually showed the arcade in the movie. So if you've never seen it before, it's hard to find it or even find the gameplay of. But it's in that movie Juice. You can see them playing the original arcade Fighting Street. Um, Street Fighter 4 is a really good game. I got the collector's edition. It's a really good game. It's just the same old stuff though. The new characters throw a little bit of a gameplay difference into the mix, but it's still basically the same old game. Maybe even a little more simplified than the old Street Fighters are, because some of the moves come out a lot more easier. You know, so you're not really getting much of anything new except for a new look on the old game, which is, you can tell that Capcom was really going off of people being amazed by how the game looked, and maybe not as much as it played, because the graphics are incredible. It looks like a moving painting, you know. But it's really fun. It's worth $60, especially just for the classic Street Fighter nostalgia. You know, just for real fans of 2D fighters. To see a 2D fighter go 3D like this is amazing to me, because I've never seen any other fighting game like this. I'm gonna pick up King of the Fighters next week too, just to see, because everybody's saying that it's not too good because it doesn't have a story mode or anything. But I'm gonna pick that up too and do a review. I know I haven't done a review for a game in a while, but I'm trying to make sure whatever I review is actually worth reviewing. You know. Yeah, but besides that, everything about Street Fighter 4 is really cool. I like the way that now when you beat the game, it has movie endings now. They never had that before. It's full animated endings now. Animated, like really animated cartoons. I didn't think that they were gonna do that, and I was amazed when I put it in that. And when I beat the game with Ryu or Ken, you've seen full movies, you know, which was amazing too. And if you get the collector's edition, it comes with the a Blu-ray disc that's a whole film on there that I don't even think you can buy in the stores. You have to buy the collector's edition, and it comes with a Ryu headband, Street Fighter 4 Ryu headband. That's all red, just like Ryu's. Game's worth picking up. Now let's move on to blazblue. blazblue, on the other hand, is something totally freaking different. I got the collector's edition of that too. You know, it's really worth getting. $60 for the collector's edition, no extra price, no $69.99 or $79.99 for the collector's edition. The collector's edition comes with, I believe, a 2-disc music CD. That's what you get for extra, that you actually don't even have to pay for, just because you get the game early while they're still doing the collector's edition. Yeah, it's a 2-disc music CD and a disc that actually shows you tutorials on every single character in the game and how pros play with them, to give you examples of how to string together combos. Now, blazblue is one of the most amazing 2D fighting games I've ever played in my life. You know, it's made by the guys who brought you Guilty Gear and all those types of fighting games from Act Systems. It's just amazing. Every character has its own unique style and their own unique look. And every character is not a punch and kick type of character. Some characters fight totally with magic, or they disappear. There's a character named Tager, who I can't really use. He's the hardest character in the game to use. Him and Hakumen, if you ask me. That Tager's just a really big, humongous guy with glasses. He's been through some type of war that's connected to the game story where he almost died, so they had to bring him back to life, but some of his body is mechanical. But he's so big that he can't dash or anything, but he's so strong. I mean, if this guy slams you like 3 times, you might as well just let him finish the round and kill you, because he's that strong. A lot of people play with him online, but you have to really be nice to play with him. So if you lose to somebody who's playing with Tager, they're really nice with Tager, which means they put in time to learn his combos. He does have a couple combos, though, that are kind of cheesy, you know, but the game is incredible. The graphics are incredible. It's fully animated in 3D. It doesn't have animated endings, but it has a very compelling story mode. Because if anybody who's a fan of Guilty Gear knows that the storyline for Guilty Gear and any of the Act System games are very deep, way more deeper than Street Fighter is, way more deeper. You know, and the character models are very well animated, if I say so itself. It's a really good game. I can't believe how good blazblue really is. To me, it's better than Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4 is a good game for classic arcade players. You know, even the online for blazblue is better. Like, there's no connection. Even if somebody has a low connection, it'll slow down when it shows like the stage in the background and everything up leading to when it says round one or rebel fight or whatever, and then the game speeds up and it plays fine. You know, Street Fighter on the other hand, if you have a bad connection and you're playing somebody with a bad connection, it slows down dramatically. So that even if you're really nice in the game and you're really good and you have real good skills in Street Fighter, you can't really perform anything because the game slows down so much. And on top of that, it's hard to find people to play. You know, the world tournament and the ranking system in the game, I think they're really banking on that being something that people were really gonna want to be able to feel like they can be the best in the world at, which was a good idea, but they should have made sure that the online connectivity and the slowdown rate wouldn't be what it was, because it slows down a lot and it's hard to find people to play. blazblue, on the other hand, there are plenty of people to play. They didn't go that deep with the online play except for you level up. The leveling system doesn't really mean that much because I'm on like level 32 right now, 33, and I play people on level like 65, and not necessarily because they're on level 65 means that they're very good in the game. Just means that they play the game a lot. You can get experience points just by playing online. Um, and another thing is that on the online they have these things called D cards, drive cards, that actually shows a person's win percentage of how many times they've won versus how many times they lost in ranked and non-ranked matches. And you get experience points for those matches. Only ranked ones don't, and you level up. You get experience points for non-ranked matches too, but I don't think they rank you up though. Anyway, both games are really good. If you're thinking about buying a fighter, this one's been out for already. This one's pretty new still. I would go to blazblue before Street Fighter 4, and then get Street Fighter 4 just for nostalgia purposes for people who've been playing it for years like me. You know, I downloaded all the Street Fighter games on the PlayStation Network that they have so far. I wish they put Street Fighter Alpha 3 on there. I got Street Fighter Alpha 1 and 2. I wish they put Street Fighter Alpha 3 on there because Street Fighter Alpha 3 even blows this out the water because it has way more fighters. Well, anyway, it's your boy Young Black. Pick up blazblue. Pick up Street Fighter 4 second. Happy playing, guys.